welcome again to some more, some more Wargame Airland battle action. It's actually going to be on the Stavanger map, which I believe I've played on before. We're playing as NATO, like myself, Lightman, Hedgehog, Red Rooster, and versus Pact, Chief Go, Barrack, and Hitler. Ah, great, that's a good taste. Especially knowing some of the stuff as you get to know when you sort of read up on World War II and all that, well, especially what they did. And I mean, not just the common stuff that's commonly known that you get from documentaries and all that. But anyway, let's see. So it should be an interesting little game on Stavanger. I've played on it before, but I think this is probably going to be. I think we'll actually be trying to take this a bit more seriously, as in going with more regular decks. I think last time I played on this map, I went with cheap Drake and Spam and all that. Tonight, tomorrow. Especially since, as you can see, it's pretty damn late. But what the hell, we'll see what happens. So yeah, hopefully we can get something happening with Terry Conqueror. I can't remember really playing with him that much really, but you guys, there we go. Red Rooster is going to take Bravo, and hopefully we shouldn't have too much of a screw game. I'm sure we'll have plenty of shenanigans happening. We'll just have to see what happens. And there we go, the game is afoot. We've got a bunch of 23485s coming in for Hitler, funnily enough, and crap loads of stuff coming in for Hatch Thunder, and there we go. Looks like the battle is underway. AA vehicles doing a hell of a job engaging these pirate helicopters and Hueys, despite the fact that it doesn't look like Barrack has actually got much in terms of recon, and yet he's still doing just fine actually. He would do it even better if he actually had some recon to spot for him, but oh well. So this is Lima, which has got, okay, yeah, it's a reinforcements sector as well. So if we manage to take Lima, we'll be able to deal pretty serious blue to Pact, to say the least. Will we be able to do it though? That's the question. The answer being I don't have any freaking clue. We'll see what happens. Got blowpipes and all that for Red Rooster coming out. Strikers, so basically mostly light tanks and all that, except for Chieftains, a bit of a heavy tank for Red Rooster. MiG-31s, okay, just to be providing a bit of a close air support, as well as, oh, actually got some fancy tanks coming in. Cheap tanks combined with very expensive T-80 BVs, with BMPTs, not too shabby. It was Concours very good. Really, Conquerors are really very good ATGM vehicles. Though they're pretty expensive though, but as long as you can keep them away from the enemy, they can do a bit of damage. These lead blowpipes, unfortunately, being unable to do anything against T-55, so they get taken out. We do have a bit of a, where was this push? Here we go, a bit of a push here. We've actually got crap loads of T-34 85s by Hitler. That very bizarre, as well as some descents. So he's basically going for a light vehicle rush. He doesn't have any recon at all. I think he could have really done with some, but oh well, what can you do? Hatch Thunder launching a beacon somewhere. Okay, to attack that, of course, and yeah, as you can see, here we are trying to Tornado IDS really. Don't know what deck I was actually playing with in this match, but anyway, Tornado IDS trying to put damage on me, ordering the evac. This looks like this is a ATGM thing, I'm not really too sure. In any case, Lima, as you can see, we managed to take out the command vehicle, so pretty good job by us. We just need to capture it. And there we go, this will certainly be dealing a very, very harsh blow to Pact. This basically reduces their avenues of approach. Aircraft cannot spawn from Lima anymore, and yeah, Kilo is also going to be a hell of a lot more vulnerable because the nearest spawn point for Pact would be at that western spawn point, which is India, I believe. They're doing everything they can though, sending in Su-24s and everything. There's still got helicopters trying desperately to hold on, but yeah, really they should just be retreating in my opinion. They've only got AA vehicles now and an FOB. They should just retreat these AA vehicles, because they can at least come in handy for a counter-attack on Lima or anywhere else really, but unfortunately not really happening. See, 3485s on the other hand actually doing pretty well. MiG-27Ms even coming in to try and do a bit of damage to the Chieftains. These T-3485Ms, despite the fact that they don't have any stabilizer, it looks like Hitler is actually using them to fire on the move, which is very interesting to do. I suppose when they're this close, I guess they should probably, their accuracy shouldn't really matter too much, but still, it probably wouldn't hurt just to, you know, just to have them not really continuously moving. But at the same time, I suppose Hitler probably knows that these T-35s, their life span will probably be pretty limited once they're discovered, because they are pretty slow, as you can see. 50 kilometers an hour, my god. Oh god, so bloody cheap and such poor autonomy, but what the hell, I mean he's going to be pushing with them anyway. He might actually be able to take out this command vehicle of Red Rooster if Red Rooster's not paying attention, but Red Rooster does have a couple of strikers out. Nice little ATGM armed vehicles. A bit overkill in my opinion, because strikers have got pretty good AP for their missiles, but well, the thing is T-3485 M's have got some pretty shoddy armour, so really strikers might be a bit overkill, but what the hell, I mean this will ensure that at the very least that they get taken out at long range. Probably could do with a couple more regular vehicles, and we also do have a couple of T-72s also standing by. Pirates line coming. Also brings us maybe, can't remember. Oh, maybe I think I might have been playing as the like a heavy armoured West German deck. I think I'm not 100% sure, but in any case, yeah, as you can see, these T-3485Ms actually managing to strike all the way into the Alpha sector, but as you can see, they still haven't managed to find this vehicle yet. Let's just have a look. Oh no, they have actually spotted it, but because I'm presuming because it's behind these buildings, it can't actually get targeted. So I don't know if he's actually paying attention to what's happening there. But yeah, Red Rooster is command vehicle, certainly a bit of a tricky spot. I mean, Zodiac doesn't have any bloody armor or anything. It's panicked. I think it's just going to get taken out really. Also coming in for Hatchfunder, but yeah, in my opinion, yeah, Hitler really should have sent in a couple of recon units as well, just to spot ahead of his tanks. But wow, this rush of T-3485s is actually doing quite a bit of damage. In my opinion, Red Rooster really needed to put down a few infantry in these buildings. This will basically stop the T-3485s, at least from just driving through those damn buildings at the very least. Not bad. Well, Cobras at the very least should be able to do a bit of damage there, but Hatchfunder, I've also got a couple of ATGM armed helicopters myself just to assist. I'm presuming that I'm just assisting the attack on the eastern flank there. And yeah, finally the T-3485 M1s starting to get beaten back. They actually started to run bingo and fuel, so they could barely even make it from one spawn to another, which is kind of ridiculous. More SU-24s and all that incoming for whatever his name is going to get out of there in time, maybe. Which, no, in any case, there we go. Let's just have a nice look at that. Bam. And yep, he managed to get out of there, of course. I don't think that was the same airplane getting blown up there. But yeah, it was an interesting attempt by Hitler though to go off T-3485 spam. I think we'll just call it T-34 spam really, because yeah, I didn't do so much to say the least. What the hell? These things are actually Jaguar GR1s. They're actually some sort of ground attack aircraft, and yet they're being used in an anti-air role. Rather interesting to use it like that. Unfortunately, that one getting taken out, so it's going to plummet rather spectacularly. Get taken out. MiG-23P getting evac ordered, so not bad controlled by Pact though. And at the very least, they have stopped us from pushing into their little collection of control zones here, and they managed to hold on to. Oh no, never mind, actually not. Kilo actually are going to be going for a bit of a retreat, because they probably do know that Kilo is pretty much lost. They could try to hold on to Juliet though. I mean, that's much closer to their spawn points, and yeah, they could just send in some forces to try to counterattack, take Kilo and all that. But yeah, this all-in attack by Hitler with T-34s not being able to do too much, and yeah, now they're actually completely out of fuel. He should have sent in some supply vehicles as well for that matter, but what can you do? Another aircraft bites the dust to Charlie though. I'm pretty sure we were holding on to that before, but yeah, unfortunately it's at least been made neutral by opponents, so that's not too shabby, but as you can see we are still winning though. Although yeah, those T-34s though, they can still do a bit of damage, even in the Cold War. The grounds we probably weren't even expecting that, but what can you do? And speaking of which, Hatchfunder's helicopter was trying to stick around with it. It might have worked if he wasn't, well, he could have stayed a little bit further away from the water's edge there. And if you actually have a look at how it's, oh never mind, it's not going to crash in the damn water, damn it. It doesn't actually crash in the water with a splash, it just, yeah, as you can see, it crashes into the water, blows up like as if it's crashing into the ground or something. But there you go, Rover command vehicle is being saved for Red Rooster, because I'm presuming, yeah, they do have another one over there, so I managed to get that one out of Charlie. So not too shabby actually. Hitler, his T-55's coming in it seems, and yeah, along with other Pact forces, actually managing to drive NATO out of Charlie and Bravo, so pretty good job by him. He really needs to bring in some supply vehicles at the very least so he can continue on the attack, because if he could continue on the attack with a proper support, these T-54s actually could have done a bit of damage, funny enough. But thing is, we've already dealt them a massive blow by capturing Lima. They also don't have Kilo anymore. We forced them to retreat to Juliet, So yeah, I'd say they're pretty much on the run. They finally are sending in a supply helicopter, but the hell? Oh, okay, that's going after the descent, of course. Not too shabby while the big 23P just goes after the helicopter, not doing too much damage, unfortunate. What can you do? But yeah, good job. Our opponents on the west side driving us back, though. Those 234s really acting as a pretty nice little roving meat shield, basically, while other packed assets just came in from behind to do a bit of damage. But even the 234s themselves actually did pretty good damage once they just rushed in straight into their opponents. So not too shabby indeed. And a bit of rocket artillery never hurts either. Why not say, slaying the crap out of basically everything. But yeah, we basically got packed cornered though, so of course they're going to be trying to defend as vigorously as possible. Tornado not being able to take it out. Oh, no, actually, wait a minute. No, it did actually manage to take it out. Bam! Look at that, crashing into the water like as if it was bloody ground or something like that. Not too shabby. Speaking of which, we could do with... here we go, to actually have a flag pattern. So hopefully do a bit of damage. And Maro Roland 2 is going to be able to take it out. Nope, this bloody thing is still freaking alive. Come on. Oh, there we go, managed to take it out finally. Not bad. Yeah, it looks like I do have the heavy tank equipped German army, West German army. Basically, thankfully I do have some AA as well. I think I actually was suffering a bit earlier on from not having too much AA on for this particular matchup. But there we go, finally bring in some AA. They got got radar AA, radar SAM, should I say? Also cannons and all that. So I got love. Not too shabby. Not really sure what Hatchfunder's doing with his pirate there. Really needed to watch out with that, but. Yeah, overall I dare say we've done pretty well. Do have enemy aircraft being a bit of a pain in the ass, I think. Was he actually taking out... Oh, anti-radar, so it actually was taking out some of my anti-radar SAP stuff. That kind of sucks. Oh, well, I do get my Tornado IDS to come in, but unfortunately it's too late. Jaguar coming in, presumably... Okay, so Red Rooster must be playing as the British, of course. And... Where the hell did it even drop its bombs, actually? Was it there? Wow, not even managing to take them out. That's kind of ridiculous. Or my Tornado IDS just... what the hell? I think I'm using it on the ground vehicles. Too bad it doesn't have ground attack bombs or anything like that. But, what can you do? I think that... Hatchfunder, of course, wants us to attack. I mean, we could just sit back and win pretty easily, but... we do have a nice little... ouch. Tornado getting taken out, I think. Oh no, I actually did evac, I think. Yeah, we do have a nice little bunch of vehicles here. Some artillery to either smoke or just stun, or maybe even take out the AA. Would pretty much work wonders, really. Of course, we'd have to be able to get sight of what the hell's actually happening here, and to do that, we'd actually need to get some... there we go, some recon, just as I say that. Red Rooster is bringing in his own Scorpion. In my opinion, he could just have stationed some recon infantry just in this nice little building, maybe there, or actually not there, that would have been a bit forward, but yeah, just that there would have been just fine. What can you do? We do have labs coming in for Hatchfunder, but I think he might have had a bit of a US Marine deck, not really too sure actually. But yeah, Lab 25 is pretty good once they can get into range actually. They can even take down tanks if they manage to flank them and basically catch them by surprise. Not too shabby, and even myself coming in with a couple of good old ATGM equipped helicopters. There's the Suns though, on the other hand, doing a pretty good job versus labs. They're panicked, and of course they're outnumbered, so probably should be retreating them. But what can you do? Instead of coming with a Corsair, a couple of bombs, Tunguska's trying to do a bit of damage, and ouch, succeeding as you can see. Not too shabby, and well, all throughout the round we've actually had a rocket artillery coming in from our packed opponents. I dare say that regular artillery probably would have done a better job for what they were trying to do, really, because it's not like as if we had like loads of stuff clumped in for really crap. What was I thinking, using the Tornado right next to AA vehicles like that? But anyway, yeah, it's like as if we had loads of stuff clumped together that could just get stunned like that. But what can you do in my Tornadoes, you can see trying its damnedest to not die, but unfortunately does get taken out. So those shulkers, my god, man. And they're radar, actually. Radar guided shulkers, I'll be damned. Yeah, just blasting the crap out of it, so... Oh, well, what can you do? Got T-80 BVs coming in. I could swear I saw them before, but they must have been destroyed at some point, so probably got fresh T-80 BVs coming in there. Not like vehicles, not like coming in. So yeah, Pact is certainly trying to pressure us a bit, to say at least. These strikers, Red Rooster, really need to be brought back a bit, to say the least. And yeah, we just need a few more solid tanks to try to hold the line while we use ATGMs and various other bric-a-brac to try to take out the enemy tanks and all that. But yeah, they're actually slowly but surely advancing. But on the other hand, we're slowly and surely advancing from the eastern flank as well. In fact, we might even be able to envelop this army here. And in fact, if we can do that, because if you have a look, I don't really have too much else deployed for pact really. If we can sort of pincer them in a bit, we can probably destroy them outright. The only problem is though is that they've still got this reinforcement, this road that they can use for reinforcement with relative ease. They can still keep reinforcing until we can cut them off entirely, which kind of sucks. And look at this, got bloody Su-20s coming in from it, of course. And there we go, let's just see how well they do. So almost hitting the ground. I'm pretty sure they actually should have run into the forests, or rather they should have run into trees and then been destroyed. But oh well, what can you do? Let's just get to, there we go, nice little close in range of what's what the hell are they doing? That oh, for fuck's sake, they're not even doing anything actually. And I bet you just as soon as I bloody zoomed out, they started doing something, of course. But oh well, what can you do? So yeah, MiG's just circling around, doing whatever they want. Oh, okay, so they're AA and okay, and anti-radar MiGs, of course. Interesting how they're sending them up like that, though. That's pretty risky, to say the least. They actually do manage to survive, though. This Su-24 almost getting killed off, but this one certainly should be able to survive. This one, though, it's going to be flying straight over our forces, though, and okay, luckily we didn't have any AA vehicles there. Funnily enough. Not bad, but hasn't managed to launch any anti-radar missiles, though. Yeah, flak panzers, unfortunately, it flies directly over my damn flak panzers, but of course they can't, you know, take it down by a bloody single bar of health, of course. Come on, man, for God's sake. And now this thing's just being used as bloody general ground attack aircraft, which is certainly should not be used for Chiefco. I don't know why exactly he's using aircraft like this in makeshift attack roles. I mean, if you really wanted something to... Oh, then again, I suppose, because it's the seed aircraft, usually they've got pretty good ACM, but that one's been destroyed. So I suppose as a ground attack aircraft, just using their cannons might not be such a bad idea, but usually their cannons are not really that great. I mean, they're meant to be used at a standoff range against SAM, well, not really necessarily SAMs, but just AA that uses radar in general. They're not really meant to get up close and personal, but oh well, what can you do? Cobras and all that coming in, and yeah, we're basically just bleeding the packed opponent's right, really. I mean, I managed to I think they've caught up a little bit when it comes to points, but I mean, we're still beating them by a pretty wide margin. They've got a couple of guys just spotting ahead, but really their attack that was right here has just been completely destroyed. All the T-34s are gone, well, almost all of them are gone. And we got pretty good AA coverage, thank God for that. Otherwise, yeah, they're going to be beating us back. And look at this, we've got bloody Super Turret coming in. Just a single incredible ATGM. So what is Hatchfund actually going to use it on, I wonder? That's the question. I suppose you could use it on T-72s. I'm pretty sure we had T-80 BVs they could use it on, but the only problem is we've got Tunguskas and all that. So opponents at the very least, they do know how to use... there goes that aircraft. They do at least know how to put up a pretty decent AA screen. But as for... pushing, yeah, they're having a bit of trouble. They have managed to capture these sectors actually, but yeah, the thing is we've managed to capture their reinforcement sector. In fact, given what's happened actually, because they captured Bravo and Charlie, which is right next to our reinforcement sectors, I dare say if we didn't actually attack Lima, or rather if the attack on Lima didn't succeed, that's not bad. If the attack on Lima didn't succeed, then I think we would have had a much harder time, because this Chiefco and Hitler, should have a couple of other guys, one other guy on the left there, but yeah, they would have given us a much harder time on the western flank of the map. Although then again, one could also say that they're giving us such a hard time on the western flank of the map simply because of the fact that they, they can't reinforce the eastern flank. So of course, they're just going to try to go straight for the western flank and yeah, try to take out our reinforcement zone there. They've actually managed to do quite a bit of damage, taking out our outlying zones here, but our reinforcement zone is still as good as new though, and I can say, oh my god, I'm actually sending in sheep and I can send Yags Panthers. Oh, this is just great. Actually, that might not work so bad either if I could actually yeah, they're all panicked. So yeah, they work out a little bit if they weren't so freaking panicked. And if I was using them at long range as well, they'd be able to slowly whittle down the health of the TNBV. But thankfully, they are pretty cheap though. So there you go. Why not? I'm surprised actually I haven't sent anything to capture Kilo. Probably because, well, probably because of the cost of sending in a. Interesting. Anyway, I was sending in a command vehicle to capture it, so they wouldn't hurt though. Just to help solidify our hold that much better. But what the hell, I mean, we're starting to range ahead by quite a bit. Juliet is, I mean, they're not even holding on to it. They could have kept a command vehicle there because they have managed to hold on to Juliet. Alright, and if we were starting to advance forward, they could have just pulled out the command vehicle back to there. Well, actually, could have just pulled it out through this route back to India, or even just reinforced along this route. But no, instead they've just been trying to go straight for a jugular for the Alpha reinforcement sector, but unfortunately, yeah, they just haven't been able to make it work. TD-34 rush, it was initially successful, but eventually it ran out of steam, and yeah, literally ran out of fuel after they tried to, well, to retreat them, and yeah, mobility kill. Well, it wasn't really a mobility kill because we didn't actually affect their mobility directly. It was they basically mobility killed themselves. But yeah, a unit that's not too mobile on the modern battlefield is usually a unit that's not quite to last too long, to say the least. And those 234s definitely suffering, to say the least. They really, the Hitler guy, if he brought in some supply vehicles, they could have just kept on going, or at the very least, he could have done a better job in actually getting the 234s to retreat when things started to turn south for him. And then, yeah, once you've reinforced, or rather got them to retreat, and then got other units to come to reinforce them, and yeah, once they're reinforced, then they could just rejoin the attack again, fresh on fuel and all that. But nope, unfortunately, he didn't quite do that. And those MiGs, my god, some of these aircraft, enemy aircraft, should I say, almost managing to operate with impunity, in certain respects. Although, yeah, one of them did get taken out, but the second one didn't, and then that was over a freaking reinforcement zone, for God's sake. Yeah, well, I guess we're sending in a sort of recon helicopter just to see what's happening, and, oh, I actually got a T-72 command tank, not bad. It's actually going to be capturing Juliet with that. Interesting. Well, I'm just trying to scout ahead with this thing. Hopefully I'm actually spotting these T-55As. Oh, Barrack is actually going to be moving them away, though. I need to be careful. This thing, it doesn't have too much health, though, to say the least. But yeah, the game is certainly a foregone conclusion at the moment. I think I might just fast forward, actually. Labs being used at close range, not being able to do too much damage, unfortunately, and yeah, as you can see, there's a bit of back and forth. Super Intense launching a missile, presumably against the T-80U, but unfortunately it does manage to eat that missile, basically, and yeah, very good AA cover by our opponents. They really did know how to cover against us there, and there we go, I'm slowly starting to get my guys in here as well. A couple of leopards and all that doing a bit of damage, but I'm pretty sure I'm actually spotting his tanks and all that, so... And there we go, my tornado trying to do damage there, but damn it, these freaking shulkers and all that, being such a pain in the ass.